Right. Oh, come on, man. Oh. Speak on it.
What's up, man? What you up to?
You don't be asking me no questions, man. I'm doing big boss things.
Yeah, shut up. You're not that interesting.
I met this shorty the other day. I'm trying to meet up.
Meet up? Dude, New York is shut down. Down.
Hey, what up, babe?
Nothing. I'm hungry though. And I'm tired of cooking, and I'm tired of takeout, and I'm tired of quarantine.
Yo, when you gonna have me come over?
Boy, you know I live with my grandmother. And if you get me sick, I could get her sick.
Get me sick. You don't miss me? Hey, yo, I cook for you.
Okay.
What?
You cook something and come over tonight.
So Tyrone, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for returning, last year. And, last year you had the silent film, now you have comedy. And we're just so appreciative that you made a return visit. So this is Q&A, and how it'll work is the Q&A will be screened after your film. And so I just have a few questions. First one is, how much of this film was improvised? This is really fun. So how much of it was improvised?
How much of my film was improvised? Most of it, all of it really was improvised. It was a matter of us just getting together and say, all right, once we had a game plan on what we wanted to shoot, we didn't even have full scripts. We just was in the car writing scripts. And he was like, once we figured out what we wanted to shoot and the timing of it, and like, we got to start now, blah, 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 the daylight, blah, blah, sort of stuff, blah, blah, blah. He was like, we got to go and start now. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll give us more time for editing later or blah, 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 blah. So everything was just on the fly. Nothing was written until it was needed.
Yeah.
But we had a mental game plan of like a summary,
Yeah, I mean, I'm having a mental, having a game plan, there's a mental summary. It looked that way. It looked like you had a lot of fun on set. It looked like just a fun film. I saw it twice. I laughed my ass off. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of great, terrific wordplay. It just looked like a lot of fun. So that's really my next question. How much fun did you have on set?
I actually had a lot of fun. There was a lot of jokes. There was a lot of laughs in between those edits. And the one thing that is key on this is the cutting room floor. There is a whole bunch of other stuff that I was like, no, it was funny, but I was like, can't have everything in there. So I just gotta cut it. And as I said, a lot was just improvised. And I appreciate that you saw it twice, you know what I'm saying? Because I must admit, I was scared of comedy. When the stuff was last year when I got silent film, I wanted silent film. But I was like, they're gonna give me comedy. What if I get comedy? I'm gonna be messed up. I never wrote nothing comedy. I could handle this, maybe that, blah blah blah. But when I got comedy, believe me, as you guys know, I wasn't in the meeting. But when I came up underground, I got a text message from my girl, and it said comedy. And I'm in the train, New York City, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, ah! And of course in New York City, nobody moved. They were just like, as long as you stay over there, 6 feet, you know what I'm saying? As long as you say 6 feet, you can scream and shout all you want, brother. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I was actually scared of comedy. So I'm glad that I overcame it and was able to do something that hopefully people will enjoy. You enjoyed it, and that's beautiful to hear somebody say that, yo, it was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious, and it's funny that like you didn't want comedy, but then you were able to make something so funny. I did want to ask a specific question. Who came up with the idea for the use of the batteries?
Who came up with the idea or the use of the batteries? Well, Greg, that's a very important question. That's a very, very important question to my film. And I'm glad that that's the last question that you asked me. Because the person that came up with the idea for the batteries was Daisha Riley. Daisha Riley was my fiance. And up until Monday, she passed away. And that's why this film that I made, I didn't know what I was making. I didn't know how important it would be to me in my life. But if you Google Daisha Riley, you will find that she was a Good Morning America producer for 15 years. They ran a special piece on her. And I actually met her. The day I met her was the day of our last Film 48. I decided I'm gonna go meet this girl. You know, yeah, I got this film to do, but I'm gonna go meet this girl, see what she's about. And I did. We had a great day. I was like, yo, that was a great time. And then I went to sleep, still not knowing what I was gonna do. Woke up, and then I wrote the last film. But it was her idea to do this scene with the batteries. And I'm gonna tell you guys this, which is the honest to goodness truth. I put a lot of other scenes in my film, and that's not exactly what I wanted to use as far as the batteries. Because Greg, what you created with this whole scene was important. I know that you liked that whole thing, and you really liked what I did last year with the cheese sandwich, with the chopped cheese. This year I did something different with the batteries, and she was like, you know, I took my extra time. I had extra editing time, and I actually did it. I actually shot it, and I believed in it because I was thinking about it for when I heard batteries. I was like, so I shot it, and so she said, I showed it to her before I submitted the film, and she was like, no, I don't like it. Take it out. And I was like, hold on, I'm team leader. You know, I'm saying this in my mind. I'm not gonna say this loud to my girl. I'm like, yo, I'm team leader. This is gonna work. They're gonna like this. This represents me. This is my fun. I'm having fun with this film 48, and this is my film. And then I was like, you know, I'm team captain of a team. I had Andrea on my team. I had Donna on my team. And I still, even though I believed in my thing, I said, Daisha Riley's my girl. She's my woman. And I love her so much that if I have to take these battery scenes out of my film just to show support that I'm willing to give up what's important to me, my artistic creativity, the only outlet that I kind of have for her, it's no problem. I'll eat that. Because I like Film 48. It was great to win, but I was like, if I don't win, it's okay because I'm already winning. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to take this too much time, but her last piece that she did before she died was something that she fought for a long time on Good Morning America, and they shut her down and told her no. It's a piece on colorism, and if you have the time, I know people said please Google it, and then people never Google it and look at it. But it was a piece on colorism, and in the piece, you know, you talk about Easter eggs. There's a piece in that film, in that little short clip, where she had let me see her work, and I never critiqued any of her work before, but she let me watch her work, and she said, "What do you think about it?" And I said, "I think you should do this and change this transition before the doctor comes in and do this, because it doesn't feel right." And she said, "Well, I'm not doing that." You know what I'm saying? And we never spoke about it again. I said, "All right, baby, you know, that's your thing. That's artistic creativity. I'm just showing you what I saw." And up to this morning, when they played it on television, her last piece, and after her tribute, and I watched it, and I saw that piece right before the doctor, she changed it and did it exactly how I said to do it. And I felt like that was my personal Easter egg in there. Just like how I had in my film and I changed my film for her, she changed her piece for me. And that was like a beautiful I love you. And that's the best Easter egg that you could fit in any kind of film that could ever exist. So I want you to know, Greg, whatever you started here with the film 48, just know that it started something very special for me. And it also commemorates the beginning of my relationship and the ending. So I want to thank you for it because it's memorable. And the only thing that I ever got to work on her with is this film. And the fact that people can laugh at it is beautiful. And I'm going to tell you one last thing before I know I don't ramble. But the last thing is that whole scene between me and the main character Donna, where I'm saying Will, give me some little Will and Jada, give me some little Jada and Augustine, and everything on that said. That was a woman named Daisha Riley sitting in the corner, shouting at me whatever she said, and I just regurgitated whatever she said. So that whole thing was just a glimpse of joy for me. So enjoy the film.
Thank you. And I hope everyone else who watches it does what I did, which was laugh hysterically. And you can laugh hysterically to honor Daisha Riley and her creativity, her ideas, and lost another filmmaker, lost another artist. Yeah, there's nothing else I can say. I'm sorry for your loss, and I cannot commend you enough for talking to us about it, sharing that. Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
No problem. Love you guys.
Thank you for competing in the 48.